Hello and welcome back to Mars Horizon. In this episode we're going to be focusing on completing the next milestone, Uranus Flyby. This episode will be in the same format as the previous episode, so the plan is to show all the stages of the milestone only. Let's begin. Uranus Flyby. Uranus lies out in the dark edge of the solar system and is accordingly difficult to study from Earth. This mission will dispatch a flyby probe which would finally reveal more information about the unusual ice giant. This one will take 9 years from launch. Okay, so the plan is we'll get this one planned. Again, as we have okay money for the minute, we're going to have a while before we actually need to spend any more money. We'll go for the power variation. Yeah, we'll go for the power just to keep up with decent payload reliability and give us extra power to complete the mission. So we'll get that selected and we'll build the payload. Okay, so that's 5 months away from completion, so we'll come back as and when the vehicle is ready to be constructed. We're back with the Uranus Flyby, so let's get the vehicle ready to go. Looks like the Beijing is probably going to be the good option here. 90% payload reliability and 99% launch reliability at 7 months at 2.8 million, which is still good. It's a nice little rocket, that one is. It seems to be quite reliable, relatively cheap to build, and good time-wise. So we'll get that one loaded in, and we'll build that as well. So, okay, so that's the vehicle pick for the Uranus Flyby. I'll bring this back in as when the launch preparations are due. And we're back for the launch of the Uranus Flyby. And we've got a 96% chance payload and 95% launch reliability. So let's launch the mission. Well, doesn't look the best of days, but we'll see what the launch reliability is like. Okay, it's gone down to 77%, so we'll be fine. It does look pretty nice when it's raining though. It seems to be going quite well though. And we are in the positives, 84%. So we've got +1 command on the first turn of the first task. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got some level up on the vehicle parts, so we can continue. So phase 1 for the Uranus Flyby. Okay, enter Uranus transfer orbit. Okay, so we've got 8 comms, 8 navigation, and 8 thrust. We've got the bonus of 16 comms, 16 navigation, 16 thrust. We've got data and power as secondaries. We've got a thrust decaying at 1, -1 per turn, so we'll have to deal with the thrust on the last turn, which we'll have to do 4 command slots anyway of the calculate thrust burn, which we'll have to get some additional comms and navigation. We need to get 6, no, do 4, so yeah, 8 data, and then additional 4, so we need 16, 20 preferably to get what we need here for the bonus. So let's begin. So a little play with this, we can get some into navigation, we can do some power to comms, get some comms there. How are we looking? That'll be good. Yeah, so there's signal attenuation test, manual thrust adjustment to cosmic dust analysis, mission control monitoring, and a cosmic dust analysis. We've still got a pretty good payload. 4% for fail, but we're getting okay results at the minute. Positive start. Okay, so yeah, we keep need to get as high as possible with the navigation and comms. So what to do now? So we can get some good. How to do this then? So It's tempted to do that twice into... yeah, use some comms there. Okay, so we'll do a mission control monitoring to a twice into a Duplo tracking into a cosmic dust analysis. That should be pretty good. We've still got 4 turns after this, so we should be looking good. Positive. And there's no thrust to decay, they can't do that. Right, so again, just keep focusing on getting the comms up. Right, so we're at the point now where we just need to deal with possibly just getting enough. Yeah, we could do getting some more comms, so we'll do some power. It'd recharge as well, but we'll be fine. So mission control monitoring into a cosmic dust analysis twice. We've got a swift star tracking. That's good. And an ideal alignment. Perfect. Right, so we've got some. We need to get some more navigation. So let's just use two comms to get 5 navigation for the manual thrust adjustment, because we've got all the comms we need now, and we still need to get. Yeah, we still need to get 3 thrust. If we do that twice, we still would be okay. We need some more comms though. Okay, so if we recharge twice and then do that one, that'll give us some more comms and navigation to complete it all next turn, and some power left over. So yeah, manual thrust adjustment into a cosmic dust analysis. So we'll focus on that. Being good, 21's good. Yep, perfect. Okay, so 2 turns to go. So if we then just focus on getting our 4 commands of the calculated thrust burn, we've got 1 power left over, and that should complete it with a bonus. Yep, sounds good. Brilliant. Okay. Very good. So that's phase 1 for the Uranus Flyby. Yeah, we're not too fussed with the support of the science. It's not the end of the world, but I was still aiming for getting all the bonuses. Brilliant. Okay, so I'll bring that back in when... So, back to the objective. So the Uranus Flyby, we've completed phase 1 now, so we'll bring you back in 4 years and 6 months' time for the mid-course manoeuvring. And we're back now for the next phase of the Uranus Flyby. Okay, so Uranus Flyby is phase 2 for mid-course manoeuvring. Let's continue. Uranus Flyby, November 2020, phase 2. Is execute trajectory correction. Okay, so for this one we need 8 comms, 8 data and 8 navigation, 16 and then 16, so it's 8 and 8 for everything, so, and then 16 comms, data and navigation for the bonus. We've got 9 power, secondary. Heat we've got to keep above 0 but below 3. Okay, doesn't seem to be... So besides thermal control of the payload's vitals to prevent instrument malfunction, keep heat within operational bounds to avoid payload failure. Okay, doesn't seem to be losing anything, so once we generate it we can just keep playing if we need to. So if we get that one, that doesn't give us any good, so if we go for that into that, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll go for that to start with. Low energy radiation scan into a gyroscopic stabilization, packet transfer into an orbital plane adjustment, and we'll keep above 0 and below 3. Sounds like a plan. Seems quite dark actually, this mission anyway. Okay, that seems all good. Okay, so we need to get some more data preferably, so, but that's a good command to use start with. That one seems like a good one. Need to lose some heat, so that's okay. This is going to give us heat. We don't really want to go any higher, so we could get some more navigation, or do we want to get some more? No, we can't really get... That's not a bad one, to be fair. Do that instead. Yep, so we're fine for heat. So we go away, gyroscopic stabilization, ultraviolet imaging, into packet transfer, into cosmic dust analysis. So we get them done. That's good. Right, so again, just have to keep pushing through. So if we go for that one, into that one. Yep, okay, that should be fine. So we've got the heat under control still. We do a gyroscopic stabilization, cosmic dust analysis, packet transfer, and an orbital plane adjustment. We'll get our comms in line, and we'll have to deal with data and navigation on the next couple of turns. Okay, 90 for clear ping, that's good. Cool, that's nicely done. Right, so let's focus on... Don't really need to do anything here, but gain navigation. So let's do that. And then we just need some more... Okay, we need to bring the heat back by 2, that's fine. Okay, so that's 21 for 16, 20 for 16, and 13 for 16, so that's not going to work. So, could do with getting rid of some heat, but we need some power. That's not going to do the best, so... we need to get... that one. That would do nicely into that. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So if we get some power, we can then do a 16, a 6 there to get 21. No, we can't do that because we need the heat. We don't want to do that one because we need the comms. Okay, so let's just baby steps. Let's do recharge twice and let's get the comms in order. And you do power there to get us a bit more. That's fine. We haven't got to get it all done as quick as possible. Just need to get the mission done as effectively as possible. Okay, so them commands are all good. So if we get some power again, we so cancel. Do 2 power. That's too much heat. If we then did that, that would be good. Okay, so that's keeping the heat, yeah, above 0, below 3. The 22 comms and 18 data, and yes, that should be okay. Let's get that sorted. That's good. And mission completed. So that was phase 2 for the Uranus Flyby. Continue. So that's the phase 2 complete for the Uranus Flyby. For the next phase of the Uranus Flyby will be 4 years and 6 months time, so I'll bring you back in at that point. Hexagonal storm debate rages on. The origins of the planet of the giant hexagonal cloud pattern at Saturn's northern pole has proved a topic of fierce debate. Most scientists now believe the formation is caused by a standing wave pattern in the gas giant's atmosphere. However, a less reputable publication has claimed the pattern is clear evidence of alien technology. Terrestrian. A famous actor associated with the publication has offered a donation of 2.5 million, that's quite a lot, to your agency to continue its work uncovering the truth. Your PR department has warned that accepting the donation may send the wrong message to the public. Yeah, but at the same point, I'm not fussed with the money, but it'd be interesting to see. So if we accept it, however, less the reputation has claimed that continue its work uncovering, has offered a donation of to your agency to continue its work uncovering the truth. Well, that's the idea what we're there for, so I can't see how the public's going to lose interest in that. So we're going to accept the donation. So Uranus has accepted the donation. Several news outlets have picked up on the story, criticising Uranus for engaging in conspiracy theories. Well, it's only a theory. It doesn't be a conspiracy, just in case that we want to identify if it's true, to prove it right or wrong. So, okay, I'm happy with that, so continue. So, this should be the last phase, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So this will be the last phase within the Uranus Flyby. So let's continue. Okay, so Uranus Flyby May 2025 Phase 3. Okay, initiate data collection. So, for this objective we need 8 comms, 8 data and 8 navigation. And for the bonus we need 16 comms, 16 data and 16 navigation. We've got power secondary and we need to keep heat under control. So precise firm control of the payload is vital to prevent instrument malfunction. Keep heat within operational bounds to avoid payload failure. Heat will be reduced by -2 at the start of the next turn. So we've got to keep it above 0 and below 3. Okay, so basically want to be, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that and do the best we can with it. So, it's basically everything has to go up as even as possible. So if we use some navigation, power to get the packet transfer. Interesting. It's a good job we got the power. Just looking at it, most navigation can be done again to get the power, I suppose. So yeah, so basically that'll be quite good too, because then go back down to 0 and we just have to keep going back up again. So that way we should be okay at keeping it too. What's that one do? That drops it down. Yeah, we don't want to do any of that. Okay, so need to be careful. So we get good navigation. We need to get some more comms, preferably. So, what can get comms? Data. Sorry, or need data and comms and everything. So, it's tempted to use that one to keep them roughly in the same position. So we'll do it along location extrapolation, packet transfer, orbital plane adjustment into infrared mapping. Continue with that and see how best we go. So far so good. And a 3%, but still the payload is excellent, as best as we can get it. So that gets us started. We now should lose 2. Yeah, system checks fine. We now lose 2. We'll get back down to 0. So if we then can't do a 3, we could do a 3 and then have to lose some heat. But is that going to be a decent option? We could do 1, do that, and then do that. It's not too bad. So that's going to generate 3 navigation to 4 comms, 2 data, 2 data. So that 2 data then goes straight into giving us the comms back and giving us some additional comms. Okay, that's good. And then that'll give us some more comms and data and navigation. So we're keeping it relatively the same. Just don't know if that's the best approach. So that'll give us 997. Okay. Trying to think what we could need most. Either navigation or maybe navigation that we're using here, or some power. I actually do think that was the best approach. So that into that into that. Then yeah, so packet transfer into a gyroscopic stabilization into an external sensor alignment gives us bang on 2 heat and gives us quite a good range there. 997. So we could do get some more navigation, which could just do some power. Because of that, what else is going to give us? It's going to give us heat. So we could get some more comms. At least that way we're not using anything else. But the comms, I think we're going to get quite a good lot of comms anyway by just doing these commands. It's the only one that gives us resource without spending power. And generating heat that we don't actually need. So... But I don't know if 1 power... But then again, if we did this command here, it's still 2 power would still give us giving us free navigation. So that should be okay. Keeps everything roughly in line, which is what I'm looking for. Hopefully get a few bonuses, which would be nice. Okay, that's looking good. We now lose the heat that we just generated. I feel happy to keep doing that approach. So getting the packet transfer into the orbital alignment, orbital plane adjustment to the external center alignment. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. What do we do? No, so it was packet transfer, gyroscopic stabilization into external center alignment gives us bang on 2. That gives us 14, 2, and 12. 14, 12, 12. So we just keep doing that command. We'll eventually just keep getting there. So, okay, so we could do with some data. What's going to get us data would be heat and power. An infrared mapping, that might be a better shout, because then it gives us more navigation, but only costs us 1. It's actually better, so it's just costing us navigation instead of just power to get free navigation. No, but I think we're too far behind now on the navigation, though. Yeah, I'd rather do that, because I think we're going to get additional... Doing the commands that we're looking at doing, do get what we need to do. So I think that's the best approach. So packet transfer, gyroscopic stabilization, external center alignment to a location, extrapolation. 85, close. Looking good. System check should be fine. Yep, now lose 2 heat. Right, 3 turns to go, so we'll do a packet transfer again into the gyroscopic stabilization, into the external center alignment. And if we play our card right, we should be able to finish it this turn. We've got 19 comms for 16, 15 data for 16, and 17 navigation for 16 navigation. So if we can get some more navigation, which is this command, infrared mapping, yes, it'll keep us, it will just be on the line for navigation, but it's still what we need. So that should be okay with some power if we have any issues. So let's confirm that. So we do the packet transfer into the gyroscopic stabilization, into external sensor alignment, and then into infrared mapping. And that should do a systems check, and it should be okay, and complete the mission. Nicely done. So that was phase 3 of the Uranus Flyby completed, and we actually came third in that milestone, so still a good achievement. And we completed another objective by doing complete 2 milestone missions, and we got 4 million. Won't say no to that. So another challenge done successfully. So we've got the 3rd milestone and the bonus, so more support, more science, which we definitely need the science. Continue. So let's just go to Uranus. So we've now completed the flyby for Uranus, which we were 3rd after the Russians in April 2001, so the Chinese in 2011, and we did it in 2025. Still beating NASA in the ESA, so it's still a bonus. But yeah, so that's the end of that milestone. So thank you very much for watching episode 41 of my Japan's Let's Play. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode of Mars Horizon.